Pain. Whether you love it, hate it, fear it, jam to it, equip it, or even find it a little pleasing, there's no doubt that pain has been a fundamental building block in all of our lives. From the moment we were born, getting physically hurt in different situations has repeatedly conditioned us to avoid mistreating our bodies and ideally enjoying healthier and longer lives. But what would happen if all physical pain in humans suddenly ceased to exist in the world? You might be surprised to find out that this is an entirely possible scenario in the distant future. My name is Alec, and today's thought experiment entertains the question, what would happen if the entire world suddenly stopped feeling pain? So I've already been a little misleading. In fact, not everyone in the world experiences physical pain in the same way most of us do. Setting aside the differing pain tolerances between people, there's a small group of individuals in this world that do not experience pain at all. Around 300 people in the world, to be more exact. These unique individuals have been diagnosed with a condition called congenital insensitivity to pain, or CIP. People with CIP experience all other bodily sensations normally, but have never experienced any kind of physical pain. They were born without it. It sounds pretty appealing to never experience another headache or cramp or bug bite again, but when more major injuries come into play, things can get a little weird. CIP is caused by a gene mutation that prematurely stops the production of the NaV1.7 sodium channels in our bodies. These channels are responsible for delivering the electrical signals we interpret as pain, from our nerves all the way up to our brain. The painkiller industry right now is worth over $300 billion, so you already know the healthcare companies are drooling at the idea of producing a product that can temporarily reproduce the effects of CIP. The race is already on, and the first company to the solution wins the big jackpot. If and when this wonder drug is ever developed, it will take the world by storm. Even prior to a government-approved commercial product, experimental trials in the black market will hit gold when the solution is close enough to show any real results. But eventually, the product will officially be released, and the lion's share will go where it always goes, big business. News articles everywhere will initially shun the pain-free product of the century for being too expensive. Documentaries will be produced that show the worst of situations, and eventually the market will regulate itself to meet the needs of the general public. The demand will start off with a consumer base in the billions. We already know that youth do not handle the effects of CIP very well for a variety of reasons. Babies tend to have a problem with biting their tongues when they first teeth. Kids grow up clumsier and get hurt more often because their bodies don't signal them otherwise. And spankings are completely out of the question, whether you're a proponent or not. For these reasons, among others, I'll go ahead and make the prediction that the drug won't be legal for children under the arbitrary age of adulthood. Nevertheless, younger people will get their hands on this product as they always do, and chaos will ensue. You see, the life expectancy of people diagnosed with CIP is significantly lower in younger males due to attempting life-threatening feats. Kids already attempt dangerous stunts today. Imagine if they weren't punished for getting it wrong. The stunts pulled in a world without physical repercussions would make even Bam Margera cringe. In sports, athletes would have the potential to push their bodies to their literal breaking points. Imagine a marathon runner who keeps on running to the very end of their ability, or the amount of guys who can take a punch entering the UFC ring. My final topic addresses the ethical consequences of a painless world. Would you feel as bad for someone who stubbed their toe if they didn't realize it happened in the first place? What about a worse injury? Maybe or maybe not. Everyone has their own moral code and ethics, and that's the point. The line will only get more blurry. Our world is already becoming desensitized at an alarming rate as it is. Imagine a world where no one worried about suffering any physical consequences. A world without pain is a world without fear, and a world without fear will eliminate boundaries and surely bring out the silent psychopaths from hiding. I truly believe taking a step in the direction of a pain-free world is taking a step towards a world with a little less humanity. So maybe the next time you stub your toe or smash your hand or get a bit of a headache, you might realize that a little pain isn't such a bad thing in the world after all, and it might not always be around forever. So what do you think would happen in a world without pain? Do you think scientists will ever develop a product that temporarily mimics the effects of CIP? Comment your thoughts down below and also let me know what you think of the video. This is Alec and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.